Mike Norvell is with us. We are live from Charlotte, the Atlantic Coast Conference meetings. First things first, love the Bobby Bowden tie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's a with our Bowden Society, obviously an organization or a group that developed through the boosters to celebrate, Coach Bowden's legacy.
Yep.
Who he was for this program, what he means, and I talked earlier to our local media just a little bit about the responsibility. I mean, I've got a tremendous responsibility in this position to represent the program the way it deserves to be represented, and what greater person than to have than Coach Bowden, and just the experience that I got with him when I first came here. It's something I'll always cherish, and just a daily reminder for what we have ahead.
When you got here, you talked about the rebuild, and in a lot of instances, it was really start from scratch. You've built it. Now here it is. The expectations are enormous at Florida State. So I got to imagine that's rewarding, but as a coach, you still haven't gotten done what you really want to get done.
Well, we've gotten better, and that's our focus. And I think as you come into our program, you want to see improvement. And there's every situation is unique to itself. And there was a lot of things we had to work through, and a lot of things we had to go through early. But trying to be the example of for our players, try to be consistent with that expectation to build a culture that players want to be a part of. That players where they see their own individual growth on the field, and they see the growth collectively off the field as well. And I think that's something that I'm proud to coach this team. And we aspire for more, we aspire for better. That's been from the first day that we stepped foot on campus. And the fact that nationally people are talking really high of our program, something I am proud of. It's that we're at Florida State. It's a program that you should be proud of. I get to coach remarkable players and young men, and now we have to go continue to get better. So I am proud of the steps that have been taken and what we've been able to work through to get to where we are. But now it's about going and taking those next steps.
Head coach Mike Norvell of FSU is with us on 1010 XL, and I do think that it's not like it was a slow build or anything like that, but it was a smart build. You used the transfer portal and you've recruited well, and you've got guys like Jordan Travis that are leading the way. I mean, that's the part that I think Seminole fans showed patience.
Well, ultimately every journey is unique to itself, and we have guys that are on our roster that have been here since the first day that I stepped through the door. Two guys here, Kalen and Jordan. We have guys that have been transfers that have come in and had great success. Some guys 1 year, some guys multiple years, and then I think we've done a really good job in our high school recruiting, the evaluations, the development. We built a team, and like I said, every process is unique to itself, and we've come in and we built it the way that not only do I think that we'll be able to have success, and we've experienced some success, but it's set up to sustain success. And there's a lot of ways to do it, and there's plenty of programs out there that can win in the moment, but can't continue that and from the first day that I stepped foot on this campus, it's been a part of our plan of not only where we're going, but where we're going to be able to stay as we continue to have that success.
36 points a game more than 36 scoring, over 200 yards rushing, very balanced attack. How much better can Jordan Travis in this offense be?
Well, I think we can definitely improve in all areas, and you talk about Jordan. I've referenced many times. I thought he was one of the most improved players that we had in spring practice because it was still fundamentals, it was details, it was consistency, all things that he's pushing to be the best of him, and that's where everybody takes ownership in that. We return a lot of guys, a lot of production, and then we've added some really impressive players into the program. Three guys up front, a couple young offensive linemen. I'm very excited about your receiver position. With Keon Coleman, coming in, Destin Hill, Akeem Williams, Dre Jacobs. I mean, it's getting Winston Wright back, adding Jaheim Bell, Kyle Morlock there at the tight end position. I mean, it is an exciting group offensively, and we all have to continue to push. And it's a competition daily. Everybody's trying to establish their role. I didn't even mention the running backs, which I think is going to be a stacked room. But it's exciting to see the unselfishness that we have, the competitiveness that we have, but also a team that understands that everybody's got to do their job with and without the ball in their hand for us to get to where we're capable of going. So I'm looking forward to seeing that on display.
Seminoles head coach Mike Norvell with us on 1010XL. And, Jordan Travis looks determined. He really does. And I love, and maybe you can tell the story to Seminole fans, you told him to embrace that Heisman conversation. Go look at those trophies in the football complex. Tell that story.
Well, I mean, that was before last season. That was going in, finishing up the spring. Had a lot of confidence in the work that I'd seen from Jordan. I was excited about what was ahead, but I wanted him to understand my belief in him. And I told him we're finishing our exit interview, and laying out some things that he needed to do and that we needed to do and see within the program, just as from his leadership. And the last thing I told him was, you leave this office, you walk into the lobby there, at the Moore Center, and you turn left, and there's the 3 Heisman trophies. And I said, I believe wholeheartedly that you can win one. And it was before, now people are talking about him, in that conversation, and they should. I mean, he's that type of player. But, it was something that was important for me that I wanted him to know that, I didn't need to say it on the back end. I believe it on the front end. And, he still has a lot of steps that he can continue to take, but you talk about the determination. It's a determination for improvement. And Jordan Travis has been a great example for our program for what we want it to be. And he's been ups, he's had downs. But his response, and that's what I stand with him in, and that's why he's a great leader. And that's why I think you see that within our team, because a lot of guys have had those type of experiences.
Last question for you, Mike. It's been 10 plus years. The most criticized position group at Florida State has been the offensive line. You have the most starts, you're aware of this, of any college football program. This you and Alex Atkins, and the players themselves, they take that personally to be told that you need to pick up your part of the game?
Well, it's, once again, it's like, I think you referenced a few things about the outside, and, we live within the inside. We know, it's about better. It's about improvement. It's about, can you go out there and be what we all know you're capable of? When our first year, and we're starting multiple guys that are freshmen or redshirt freshmen, and being really put into a role maybe before physically ready, but the experience still mattered. And to be able to grow from that, you add the competition, whether it's through recruiting, you see the development, our strength and conditioning program, nutrition. Everybody's been a part of that growth, and now you see a team and an offensive line unit that it's got tremendous coaching and leadership. And Alex, I think we've done a really good job with the guys that we brought into that group, and that now it's still the same objective. Go be your best, and if they do that, I've got a lot of confidence in where that group's going. But it's not built upon what the outside is saying, because if that's all it is, then it can only take you so far. I believe in where these guys can do and what they can accomplish.
You'll see plenty of First Coast Knowles in Orlando for Labor Day weekend. They're fired up and ready to go, Coach. We appreciate your time, Mike Norvell, FSU, getting ready to roll.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Appreciate you having me on, and go Knowles.